Jim, we're here at the first night of the 2013 USA Hockey National Junior Evaluation Camp. Talk about what you tell the players this first night and how important this whole week is.
I think a couple things. Really, it's a great accomplishment to be here and at this camp. The level of competition to get here is great. But secondly, for the players to go play like the player that they are. I mean, there's reasons that they're here, and it's important that they play to what their strengths are as a player and also show the versatility that you end up needing when you put these teams together.
Now, what are the expectations you convey to these players about what they need to do to make this team and what happens these first couple days?
To me, it's all about competing. I mean, it's literally go out and play, compete. We give them a little bit of direction, some structure, but a lot of it, their own instincts have to take over, especially in the early stages where you're not a quote unquote organized team, so to speak. There's things that we'll look for, those things that they'll be asked to do, system wise and things like that. So you look for guys that pick that up a little bit, but in the end, you're looking for guys that can skate and compete.
Now, can you talk a little bit about what this camp means in terms of the overall selection process that will end up taking place in December?
Yeah, it's one part of the process. I mean, it's obviously a big part of it. We get a condensed time that we can get guys, but it's a great week of hockey. It's great international competition. It's a chance for the coaches to be around the players and get to know them a little bit more personally. And it's, in all honesty, it's a big part of the player evaluation part about hopefully some guys separating themselves a little bit here, and in both ways. I mean, guys separating themselves saying, I'm going to be a part of this team and showing it here, but also some guys saying, you better keep on watching me because I'm going to keep on pursuing this team and things like that. So what we try to do is put the players in the best opportunity. If they're a top offensive guy or a power play guy, get them in those situations. If they're a checker and a hard player and can play penalty kill and stuff like that, get them in those situations. So the bottom line, we're trying to give them scenarios of success, but in the end they have to go out and compete.
And lastly, what does it mean to the players and the coaches to be here in Lake Placid, sometimes for the first time, just the history that's in this location?
I think it's interesting. I think it ends up being a little bit of an eye-opener for guys that haven't been here, and a little bit of an appreciation for guys that have been here. It's interesting to look here, and it hosted the winter games, and then to go into the building, and there's increased signage now that signifies the 80 games. And so I think it's, as we've been here longer and longer, we had guys that weren't born when those games were playing, and we're here in a camp, so it's fun to see them look at the history and realize that they weren't around when it all happened, and to just see that the facilities are still in great shape, and it's still a great village that embraces the Olympic movement and Olympic sports.